Welcome to today's SamvaadX News Podcast. Today is Tuesday, April 22nd, 2025, and the time as we record this podcast is 9 a.m. I am Raj Patel.
And I am Priya Shah.
So today we're diving into quite a mix of news, national and international stuff.
Yeah, a lot happened. We've got some really significant events, some legal updates, politics as usual, and sports and tech too.
Okay, let's get into it. First up, a really major international story with direct impact here in India, the passing of Pope Francis.
Yes, that news came through on Monday, April 21st. Pope Francis passed away, age 88. It was after a prolonged illness, reportedly double pneumonia.
It really marks the end of an era, doesn't it? His papacy was, well, quite unique.
It really was. First Jesuit pope, first from the Americas. That alone was historic. But his style, his focus.
Yeah, the humility, people talk about that a lot. And his emphasis on mercy, concern for the poor, it felt different.
Definitely less formal, more maybe approachable. He pushed for interfaith dialogue, too, which was significant.
And how did that less formal approach land, do you think? Did it change perceptions?
I think so. Maybe made the institution seem a bit more grounded. His focus on, social justice issues really resonated, especially perhaps with younger people. And his outreach wasn't just talk. It seemed to genuinely shift some priorities.
And here in India, the response has been quite formal. A 3-day state mourning period declared by the government.
That's right, April 21st to the 23rd. So the national flag's flying at half-mast on government buildings and no official entertainment events.
It shows a level of respect considering his global stature and the Catholic community here.
Absolutely. And we saw condolences coming in from top leaders, PM Modi, UP CM Yogi Adityanath, acknowledging his impact.
Okay, shifting gears now to some national news. The Enforcement Directorate, the ED, has been active.
Yes, they've summoned the Telugu actor Mahesh Babu.
Right, for questioning on April 28th. It's part of a money laundering investigation.
The specifics of the case haven't been released by the ED, which is pretty standard procedure at this stage.
It does seem like we're seeing more figures from the entertainment world being called in for these kinds of financial probes lately.
Yeah, it's become a bit of a trend, hasn't it? Whether it's a specific focus or just where investigations are leading, it's hard to say definitively, but it certainly gets attention.
Does the high profile maybe play a role in, the public awareness of these cases?
It definitely amplifies the news cycle, but, the ED's mandate is financial irregularities, so presumably that's the core driver, celebrity or not.
Right. Okay, moving on to another case that's had a lot of attention, the Pune Porsche crash. There's a big development there.
A very significant one. The medical body has suspended the licenses of 2 doctors from Sassoon General Hospital.
Dr. Ajay Taware and Dr. Shrihari Halnor.
Exactly. And the allegation is extremely serious, manipulating the minor driver's blood samples.
To conceal alcohol, presumably, after that fatal accident.
That's the allegation. It's pretty shocking if true. Throws up major ethical questions.
Absolutely. Tampering with evidence in a case this tragic. It's understandable why there's been so much public outcry and media focus.
Yeah, the pressure must have been immense. It probably contributed to how quickly the suspension happened. Accountability is key here.
Okay, let's move east to Jharkhand. Reports of a major encounter with Naxals there.
Yes, security forces engaged insurgents in the North Chotanagpur region. 8 Naxals were reportedly killed.
And one of them was apparently a senior commander.
That's right, carried a 1 crore bounty. The Jharkhand DGP, Anurag Gupta, was quoted saying this operation has effectively wiped out the Maoist squads in that specific zone.
A significant claim. Part of the ongoing efforts against left-wing extremism, obviously.
Indeed. We'll have to see the longer-term impact, but it sounds like a tactical success for the forces.
Now, let's talk about the weather, specifically the heat.
Yeah.
Delhi's rolled out its plan.
Yes, the Delhi government, under Chief Minister Rekha Gupta, launched the Heat Action Plan for 2025. Very necessary.
Especially with heat waves becoming, more intense and frequent. It's aimed at protecting vulnerable groups, right?
Exactly. The elderly, kids, people working outdoors, the homeless, those most at risk from extreme heat.
So what does the plan likely involve? Cooling centers? Water points?
Things like that, yes. Cooling centers, ensuring water is available, public health advisories, stay hydrated, avoid midday sun, possibly adjusted work hours for outdoor laborers, and, crucially, coordination between different government departments.
Makes sense. A multifaceted approach is needed for something like extreme heat.
Definitely. Okay, shifting to politics now. An update on the Rahul Gandhi citizenship query.
Ah, yes. The central government told the Allahabad High Court they've asked the UK government about it.
About the claims that he might hold British citizenship. This stems from those petitions challenging his Indian citizenship.
Which, if proven, could obviously affect his political standing, his career.
It could. So the response from the UK government will be quite pivotal in this matter. It's still sub judice, of course.
And while that's ongoing, Mr. Gandhi has been on a tour in the U.S., making some waves with his comments.
Yes, in Boston, addressing the Indian diaspora, he reportedly claimed the Election Commission of India is compromised.
Strong words. He also talked about freedom of the press, institutional independence, themes he's raised before.
And comments made abroad often generate quite a bit of debate back home, don't they? He's also set to speak at Brown University soon.
We'll see if he elaborates further. Now, a concerning report about Zishan Siddique.
Yes, the NCP leader, son of the late Baba Siddique, he received a death threat via email.
That's deeply worrying, especially given his father's assassination last year.
The threat was apparently quite explicit, killed like his father, and demanded 10 crore referencing D Company.
Mumbai police are on it.
Yes, they've registered a case and are investigating. It really underscores the security risks politicians and their families can face.
Truly disturbing. We also have another disturbing report, this time from Rajasthan.
An alleged rape attempt involving a forest guard in Ranthambore Tiger Reserve.
The allegation is against a minor girl. Reports say villagers caught him.
Apprehended him, yes, and there are reports they roughed him up before handing him over to the police. The police are investigating based on the family's. He called a fake customer care number, then was convinced to download a fake support app using an APK link. This gave the scammers remote access to his phone.
And they just drained his accounts.
Pretty much. Broke a fixed deposit, transferred money using online wallets, even bought gold coins. It was sophisticated. Arrests were made in multiple states, MP, Rajasthan, Jharkhand.
Wow. Shows how organized these scams are.
Yep.
A real warning to be careful about downloading apps from unknown sources.
Absolutely. Always stick to official app stores if you can, and be incredibly wary of unsolicited links or requests for remote access.
Right. Let's move to international news now. Harvard University is taking legal action against the Trump administration.
That's right. They're suing to prevent the freezing of over $2.2 billion in federal grants. That's a huge amount.
Why are the grants being frozen?
Harvard claims it's an unlawful suspension. It apparently followed Harvard refusing demands for pretty broad reforms, things like governance, discipline, hiring, admissions.
And the administration's stance.
They argued that the changes were necessary. Harvard says it infringes on their autonomy, so it's a major clash over federal influence on universities.
Interesting. Meanwhile, the situation in Ukraine, this truce seems over.
Yes, the 30-hour unilateral Orthodox Easter truce declared by Russia has ended. President Putin announced that their special military operations are back in full force.
So no signs of de-escalation there.
Unfortunately not. The conflict continues with all its tragic consequences. International peace efforts seem stalled for now.
On a more positive diplomatic front, PM Modi is in Saudi Arabia today.
Visiting Jeddah, yes. Apparently the first visit by an Indian PM to Jeddah in 40 years.
That's quite something. What's expected from the visit?
At least 6 emojis are anticipated, covering areas like energy security, trade, investment, defense cooperation, and people-to-people ties.
So strengthening that strategic partnership.
Exactly. It highlights the growing importance of the India-Saudi relationship.
Okay, let's switch to sports. IPL action first.
Gujarat Titans beat Kolkata Knight Riders yesterday at Eden Gardens.
A good win for GT.
Solid performance. Shubman Gill and Sai Sudharshan hit half-centuries, got them to 198. KKR's chase faltered. It was actually their 3rd straight loss at home.
Ouch. And GT stays top?
Yep, consolidated their top spot. And Sai Sudharshan, he's holding the orange cap for most runs. Prasidh Krishna leads the purple cap race for wickets.
Good stuff. In shooting news.
Simranpreet Kaur Brar won a silver medal, women's 25-meter pistol at the ISSF World Cup.
Fantastic. Her first big international medal.
First senior international medal, yes. She was up against tough competition too, Chinese shooters and fellow Indians, Manu Baker and Esha Singh. Great result for her.
Wonderful. And the Laureus Awards were held.
In Madrid, yes. Top honors went to Mondo Duplantis as Sportsman of the Year, the pole vaulter. Keeps breaking records.
Incredible athlete. And sportswomen.
Simone Biles. Her comeback in gymnastics has been amazing. Real Madrid got Team of the Year. Jude Bellingham won breakthrough.
Was Rishabh Pant in the running?
He was nominated for Comeback of the Year, but didn't win this time. Still, great recognition.
Okay, couple of tech updates. Google and Android TVs in India.
Big change here. Google can no longer mandate its OS or the Play Store as the default on Android TVs sold in India.
Why is that?
It follows a ruling from the Competition Commission of India, the CCI, about anti-competitive practices.
So manufacturers get more choice.
Exactly. More flexibility in choosing operating systems, app stores, should foster competition, maybe lead to more options, perhaps better prices for consumers.
Did Google face any penalties?
Reports say they reached a settlement with the CCI, involved a payment of around 20.24 crore.
Okay. And Oppo launched a new phone.
The Oppo K13 5G key feature seems to be a massive 7,000 mAh battery.
Whoa, that's huge. Should last ages.
That's the idea. It's also got 5G, a 50MP main camera, looks like a strong contender in the mid-range market.
Right. Finally, let's wrap up with business news. Adani Group's investing heavily in data centers.
Over $10 billion planned for investment in Indian data centers.
Why such a big push?
To capitalize on the huge demand. Think AI, cloud computing, all the digital services we use. They all need robust data center infrastructure. It's crucial for India's digital economy.
Makes sense. And the stock market started the week well.
Very strong start on Monday. The Nifty 50 closed above 24,100, ended at 24,125.55. Sensex saw good gains, too.
What drove the rally?
A mix of things, really. Positive domestic cues, optimism about the earnings season, maybe some anticipation around U.S. VP Vance's visit. IT, realty, oil and gas sectors did particularly well.
Any outlook for the near term?
Some analysts think the positive momentum might continue, suggesting potential Nifty targets in the 24,450 to 24,500 zone. But markets are markets, you know?
Indeed. Well, that covers a lot of ground for today, a really packed news cycle.
It certainly was, from quite solemn global news to important updates across various sectors here in India.
See you tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe to SamvaadX News podcast channel and hit that bell icon.